What's going on YouTube? It's your host Bruce GNT, and for today's video it's gonna be a little bit different because I just came across this while scrolling through and I was like, you know what, I should talk about this. So a little bit of backstory. This takes place in Ohio. Not too sure exactly where in Ohio, but I know it takes place in Ohio in an affluent neighborhood. And the gentleman right there in top screen, this is his home, and it shows essentially his cameras that he has stationed around his home, and an incident that transpired. Essentially what happened, a young white woman with her two children, I think her name was Michelle Bishop, accuses Mike Jenkins, the guy right there, of basically following her. And a lot of debate has sparked online about whether or not this is racist or not, and we're gonna talk about it. So we're gonna watch it all the way through, and then I'm gonna talk about how I feel about it. And then I think she posted some type of apology or whatnot. I think it started really affecting her because it must have been pretty bad.
We need you. What's going on?
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So what are you doing here?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Hey.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. She got somebody chased her up here, and she had kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in a
There was a
silver
guy
truck.
in a gray truck, and he came
So
around the corner,
I don't
and
know if you guys have a
I was in the street, and so I come up, and I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Nope," and then he sat here, and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah.
This guy,
He lives here. So he came in and he said there's a lady screaming, and I'm like, that's...
she got all worried that she
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you,
I
though?
had a feel.
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out
And I
home.
saw someone walking in our driveway, too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm
Well, there
sorry.
we go. All right, sorry.
What?
I don't.
She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
You came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? And I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
It was obviously, you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like, I'm pulling in my... It's like I'm pulling in my house. Like, this is not... This neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio. I don't... You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on, baby, go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I live here.
It was
That-
the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
You see, so my thing is this. I do understand where she's coming from to a certain extent, but my thing is this, right? And it's not a gripe, but it's something I've noticed because when I go up to New York, there's a lot more white people living on the blocks that I lived on and everything like that. There was never any white people in Brooklyn when I was growing up. Now, when I say that, I mean white people did not live in my parts of Brooklyn and Bed-Stuy. They did not. I remember I was telling my younger cousin that. He was like, really? I was like, yes. You did not see white people, especially walking up. You did not see that. And one thing that they do, and I talk to my people out there, my cousins, my friends and everything like that, a lot of these white women, they jog at night. And they jog in the park. Like, there's a park like by where I live and everything like that. I'm just like, I don't know where y'all at. This is Brooklyn, bro. Like, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, why is she jogging at night? But If you're so worried that something bad's gonna happen, you jog in the middle of the night with your kids. I don't know. The whole thing is, do I think it was like a little bit of racial profiling? Sure, I guess. I think the fact that he was just a man in general made her kind of nervous. And then add on top of the fact that he's black, yeah, I think that has something to do with it. But the fact that he was a man just made her nervous. Because I think if it was a woman, she wouldn't have thought twice about it. But she has a response, which is interesting. Because I haven't seen it, but I can only imagine. And look, my thing is, if you've effed up in a situation like this, because this is an F up. Because even the husband is like, yeah, because I heard him at the end be like, hey, just get the car and let's go. And she's like, I hope you're not mad at me. It's like, you're not 5 years old. You did a F up, own it, that's it. But apparently, I guess she's been negatively affected. And usually when people try to like explain things, especially when they take a L like this, it gets worse. So we're gonna see.
I don't think that it is. And at that point, the only reason that I said that was because truly the awkward encounter of slowing up behind me, talking to us multiple times. I'm in this frantic state. It's late at night. I got my kids, my 2 babies. The lady at the door is not answering. There's no other homes that are well established. I mean, there's construction. It's a corner house. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm on the front porch. This truck literally is halfway up the driveway. And I was like, my radar was like, nope, I don't think that this is your house. And so I said, I don't believe that this is your house. And so I'm starting to unbuckle Cash, and I grab, and I freak. I go, Rory, run. And so I take off the porch, and I literally run as fast as I can, screaming at the top of my lung. I'm getting all these messages, I'm so sorry. Screaming at the top of my lung. I have never, ever, ever screamed the way that I screamed. And I'm running through the front yards of everybody, praying that the Ring doorbell would capture us. Finally, to get to a woman's house, I'm bang on the door. And at this point, I'm dialing 911. And I said, can I please come in? And the woman said, yes, come in. And so I'm staying there. I'm talking to the sheriff. And more than anything, I was not looking for him to come to my rescue at this point. My husband was going to come. I'm in this woman's house. The door is closed. And I tell the man, he said, do I need to come out? And I just said, no. I said, I was just calling to let you know that this just happened. My husband's going to come get me. And, he says, he asked me if I want him to come out. And I said, no. And so the woman then I was at her house. She literally asked me and said, she said, I don't know how to ask this. She goes, but was it a black man? Because she goes, it's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I believe that this is a white man. He was a white man in a truck. A young white man is what I said. And she said, okay. She goes, because that's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I don't think that it was a black man. And then when my husband got there, I stood out front, and we're still trying to get the Ring doorbell footage of me talking to my husband. But he asked me again, he said, what house was it? And I said, it was this house right here. And he goes, are you sure it wasn't a black guy? He goes, because that's a black family. And I said, no, I don't believe that it was a black man. And so we get in the car, and we go to pick up the stroller. And I've said this a million times, I have never felt the fear that I had even just pulling up in front of the house when John opened the door to get out of the truck. The amount of, I've never went into like fight or flight like that before. And so he gets out of the car, and he goes up to the woman's house, and a woman comes out onto the front porch, and she says something along the lines like, did you forget something, or did you leave something? And John laughs, and he's like, yes, we did. I'm so sorry. And I get out of the car, and I walk up to the woman, and I could not tell her fast enough what had happened. She walks out on the porch, and I jump out of the car, and I said, oh my gosh, yes, there was a man. And John was the one that said, a man was following her, chasing her, following her is what I said. I use the word chasing, following me. And, so she said, I jumped out of the car, and I said, I'm so sorry. I said, literally, I was pretending that your house was my house. I was walking up the driveway, and then I was like turning in. I was pretending that it was yours. And she goes, yeah, that was my husband. And so he ends up coming out, and he's like, I told you this was my house. And at that point, I literally I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I am so sorry. And I told him, I said, I'm so sorry. And then, I said, this is your house. That was my words. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, this is your house. I said, I truly kept thinking, like, maybe this is his house. Maybe this is his house. And he says, well, I told you this was your house. And I said, you have to understand. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, it was such an awkward encounter. I said, the truck was like starting to slow behind me. And I'm out here with my little girl and my son. And I said, I'm a mom, and it was dark. And he said, but I told you that this was my house. He says, I was driving slow because I was looking at my Christmas lights. And once again, I said, I am so sorry. And they truly, they did not take my apology. Did I overreact? Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I really don't like pausing, but I just have to because she's been going on for like a while. I'm not trying to come after any type of person. I have apathy, and I really don't care when I see, and understand me when I say this, I'm not saying that I don't believe, when I see especially white women crying online. Because in my life, personally, what I've seen growing up, and then the cases I've seen just throughout on social media and just on the news, how white women use tears to get their way. And not saying that this is the case with her, but it's built up such a resistance that now when I see them crying, I just go, all right, get to the point. Like, what are we talking about right now? And I feel like that right now. To give her some rope, to give her a little bit of credit, I wholeheartedly do believe that the main point that really scared her was the fact that it was a man. I do believe that the race thing didn't play much of a factor, if it did any, but it's not a good look. Especially nowadays too, when white people get like that thrown the you're racist thing at them, whoo, damn, they're a death sentence. Especially when they're not like that and they have a business where they need patrons of all different types. Yeah. Not good. That is not a good thing to have. So yeah, to give her a little bit of credit, I know that she was terrified because of the circumstances, but I just have to say it. Maybe you shouldn't just go jogging at night. I don't know what's with people and jogging at night. Maybe because I grew up where I grew up, the idea of jogging in the middle of the night when it's dead dark, like, and not only that, in like a lot of like suburban or like southern states and whatnot, Ohio's like that, like the Midwest is kind of like that too. They don't have street lights. So you're legit just jogging in the dark. You're jogging in the dark with your kids. And I know Ohio is not warm around this time. It is cold. I got people up there right now and they tell me how cold it is. So why are you jogging at night? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know.
But I showed up at the door and I said that I was sorry 2 times. People are going as far as saying they're not genuine apologies, that I'm out to get them for whatever reason that is. I don't know how it could be twisted that way when I literally thought he was a white man. So I knew it wasn't going to stop there, but the Facebook page stuff was deleted. Not me ever asking for any of it to be deleted. I made a public apology to them through the video to a whole Facebook page of almost 500 residents in our neighborhood. And then I posted in the comments multiple times when people were just saying, like, disgusting and just tearing down our family's name. I once again came on and I said, if there's ever an opportunity to reconcile, like, I will. I'm so sorry I could have ever offended you. And so I've absolutely apologized multiple times. It's not been accepted. So now I woke up today and John starts sending me screenshots of people going on all of my social media channels. And I had to make my pages private. On one of the videos of us talking about opening our store, there were over 360 comments, some of which absolutely were from our members, but I would say over 300 of them within a 10-minute span were from people coming to absolutely attack us, saying anything and everything you can imagine, from hating on my faith, tying that to racism and me not being who I say I am, to my family, to be on a lookout, to our business is destroyed, to you can imagine everything that's being said, to our direct messages to my friends and members being messaged saying that I'm a racist, going as far as saying that I was trying to have a black man killed.
And you see, like I said, these whole teary-eyed bullcrap, it don't move me. My thing is, I'm never one to try to make it so someone can't support themselves and like get money to support their family, do what they gotta do. So I do feel sorry. I really do. I really do. And I have been, not in this exact situation because that'd be terrible for her, but I have been in situations where I know for a fact people have profiled me and looked at me a certain way because of my melanated skin. I kind of just got over it, honestly. The thing is, no one's ever approached me. No one's ever been that bold to do that. I mean, I'm decently sized, so no. But definitely when I go to certain places, people watch me. They follow me and whatnot. The funniest thing is actually, story time, sorry. I'll be like in Ohio because I have, you know, people up there. And I'm hanging out with my homegirl and, you know, we'll go places. Maybe like once or twice I've gotten like nasty looks because people think that we're together. I was like, no, this is the homie. Yeah, maybe like once or twice. Otherwise of that, people are generally nice. So maybe I'm a fool. Maybe I'm a fool. I don't know. It's not the tears that's getting me. It's just that I do feel like she's not like that. You know, I do think she did know it was a black guy. I do think that. And I think that she was smart enough to know that when the woman asked, was it a black guy? Because if the woman asked that, even though she was in a hysterical state, I'm pretty sure she knew to herself, yeah, let me not say that because that's going to come off a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Especially when someone's directly asking that. Yeah, I do think she knew it was a black guy. I do think that. I'm sorry. That's just what I think. I do think that. But I also think the main point was that it was a man. And him being black just added on top of that anxiety. No. In all seriousness, yeah, she could have got that brother killed. You know, because stuff like this is what facilitates things like that happening. And I don't know, like, I guess she's not cognizant of what goes on, and I understand her position. I truly do. First of all, jog your ass in the morning. God damn, jogging at night. It's so weird. With your kids too, like what? But besides that, I guess she's not cognizant of what's going on online, and to know that there have been many instances of white women accusing and doing some dastardly things, especially the black men, and being like, oh, you don't live here, after the man's like, no, I live here. Legitimately, a lot of stuff like that happening. So, unfortunate situation. But let's watch this train wreck.
That was commented a few times. To people texting me personally, calling me a racist pig, our direct messages, our other businesses, Crave is being attacked, and every business platform, my Facebook ratings, everything is being attacked right now. So, everybody keeps asking for a public apology. And I wanted to get ahead of it. I don't want to just stay quiet. But I did shut my pages to private. I've explained to my Instagram exactly what I'm explaining to y'all. I absolutely am so sorry that I didn't think more of how they possibly could have felt in the moment and my reaction. I'm not trying to play the victim. Very few people have truly said they can't, putting themselves in my shoes, and it does make me angry. It does, if I'm being completely honest, and I'm trying to be so slow to speak. And I have said multiple times how stupid I felt. I even looked at him, like I said, when he came out on the porch. And I said, oh my gosh, this was your house. And I said, I kept thinking to myself.
I know she was shitting bricks when she saw him come out that house. She was like, oh, bricks. And I know the minute the husband knew, because I feel like the husband picked it up real fast when he got out the car and was talking to the woman, and then the other husband came out. I'm pretty sure he figured out, he was like, oh, we gotta go. We gotta go home.
What if this is his house? But pulling up behind me, whether it's to look at your Christmas lights or not, I didn't know that. All I knew was it was dark. I had my kids. You're talking to me? You're continuing to talk to me? Now you're backing in this driveway? And then I asked if it was his house. And he said, yeah. I didn't believe it at that point. This was getting so awkward. I just continued to feel like I was getting pursued more and more. It had nothing to do with the color of his skin. He could have been purple, orange, whatever. He was a man in a truck pursuing me. The tone of his voice was not welcoming or comforting at all. And so, yes, I panicked.
Stop talking right now, because we can play the tape. I'm gonna roll it back in the video.
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So what are you doing here?
Rory, come on.
Because if my thing is this, if he was talking to you as you were walking and whatnot, and he was driving up, you're telling me that he was aggressive when he was talking to you? You have the shovel, and right now you're digging. So I wouldn't even say that part. And look, to be honest, at a certain point, I probably wouldn't have been welcoming either, because I would have figured out exactly what this was the minute you walk up to my house. I know I don't know you. I know my woman don't know you. And then you acting all weird, and I'm pulling into my driveway and you looking at me. Because at that point, look, I understand where she's coming from, but my thing is this. Yeah, she was bugging. Don't jog at night.
Did I overreact? I don't think so. So, I'll leave this here for you all to decide what you believe. But I don't know if the owners will watch this, or the people who have decided to come alongside them. I don't think I'm in a position of trying to win hearts anymore. I've made many apologies and they were accepted, so I don't think it's about an apology anymore. But I just wanted you all to know that I am a lover of everyone. I really am. And once again, I'm sorry for anything that I could have done to not hold your heart. What a terrible situation and terrible timing. Like, that's what it all boils down to. Really terrible timing. And now it's just getting really, really ugly. So, I just wanted to make sure that this was put out there publicly. Y'all are being very sweet. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it right here with her video. Maybe I'm a softie, because I'm a softie, you know. Even though I say mean things, I'm soft. I don't give a damn that she was crying. That means nothing to me. But I don't think she was intentionally being like, okay, this is a black man. I think, you know, prejudices maybe, and then she just kind of was like, look, it's dark, I'm outside with my kids, you know, I'm guessing they don't know the area like that. But even still, this is why you introduce yourself to your neighbors. That's probably why you should do stuff like that, because look, you out here looking like Boo the Fool, crying and sniveling and shit. So yeah, I mean, the whole situation is sad, and sad in the sense of, it is a sad thing that that man had to feel like that, because I know what that feels like, for someone to just look at you and feel like you're a danger because you're, yeah, doesn't feel good. I've been in that situation. And it's kind of embarrassing too, because I can imagine you do everything right, you make sure that you dot your I's, you cross your T's and everything like that, and then you have this one interaction, and the dude probably was, it sounded like on the video that he was just chill too, and if she had just let it go, he probably been like, yeah, no, I live here, this is my wife, and then she was just would be like, oh, I'm sorry. She probably would have got away with it. But the fact that she reacted like that, homegirl bumped out, screaming, running like a horror movie. Man, you know, and like I said, I feel sorry for the fact that she's losing income, because I don't think anyone should ever, unless someone's showing true maliciousness and showing that they're just a terrible person, which I don't think she's shown that, honestly. Like, I'm gonna give her some like credit. I don't think so. I think she's just, Yeah, terrible timing, especially nowadays how things are looking. Like if you're a white person, you do anything moderately terrible to a black person, whew, you on social media too? It's done. It's done. I don't even know what to tell her to do. Honestly, I don't. The best thing she probably needs to get off social media for a while. Honestly, she probably needs to get off social media because her name is all out there and everything. Yeah, it ain't gonna go away. Because worse yet, it's not so much just the black people that are on her ass right now. It's the liberal white people. The white people that are ruthless, that are just like, oh, she's racist and terrible. Those mofos, they crazy. Because I know how this looks. And like I said, if I didn't get the context and I just heard it, I would have been like, yeah, another one trying to one of us. But yeah, nah. This could have turned out way worse. You know, it could have been a traumatizing event for his family, and it would have been terrible. Yeah, but that's it for this video. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Am I wrong? Do you feel like she deserves no type of like credit, anything like that? Let me know. Tell me I'm bugging. Be respectful though. Don't call me an effing idiot, because that might hurt my feelings. But let me know exactly what you think. You know, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, comment down below, and subscribe if you want more. If I find more videos like this, I'll definitely go over them so we can talk about it and see how we feel. But yeah, she need to get some Kleenex or something. Peace.